So we've attained HIPAA compliant cloud for storage of these images. And here's an example of a provider looking at the interior jugular vein to see the fluid status of the patient. Now, if this patient was obese, sometimes you can't see it from the outside, and ultrasound allows you to go in and see exactly where the meniscus is here. And then that image is stored. You just push the freeze button on your device, and then the camera icon, and the image becomes stored. You can use this here to add labels to your scan and also measure. So here's the scan. Now, when you push on this icon in the upper right corner, it brings up the patient information. What we'd like you to do is, it's not important to put in patient details. In fact, for an educational scan, we prefer you don't, although this is a HIPAA compliance scan. If you are billing for this and certified in its use, you do want to put in the patient details. But first, we want you to put it into your own archive. So you click on this icon here, and I'll put it into mine here. And then I want to push the worksheet, and that pulls up a drop-down menu of various worksheets. And here we're looking at jugular venous distension. So we're going to click on that icon. And then it just comes up with this read here that's very simple, whether it's absent and present, and the level of jugular venous distension that we're seeing. So in this patient, it was present to the mid-neck at 45 degrees. Then you just click done, and it asks you to sign your study. You can save it as a draft, but in order for it to go into the QA bucket, you have to sign the study. And then you just sign into your cloud. If you have a Butterfly device, you will have your own unique login. And it looks like this, and then you just go to the drop-down menu. I'll pull myself up here, and then I'm gonna look at the scan that we just did here, and it comes up, and it gives me the opportunity over in the lower right corner there to do the QA. And we will do this live in real time. So we'll have sessions throughout the month where you can log on through Zoom or Teams and review the scans. We'll not only do the QA at that time, but also education about the findings, artifacts, technique, critique the scan, its depth, its gain, angle, and any abnormal findings that we're seeing. So this one will be considered a pass. It's done well. And then it's stored into a bucket here where we can look, and when it comes down to credentialing, we will have a certain amount of scans from each of the different organ systems in order to credential to be able to do this. It'll come out on a Excel spreadsheet like this. This person's only done 2. They've just got started. The other thing we'll be doing is remote scanning. So this is me down in the right lower corner. I'm sitting at my desk, and a physician is in with a COVID patient. This was early in the pandemic, so we actually have a plastic cover over the ultrasound. That's why the picture is a little bit fuzzy, but I can see the image in real time. I can direct the clinician on where to scan and also change their settings. So this is a great way to learn. The other thing is the foundation provided us with a cardiac simulator here. And you can scan the hearts of various patients through a course that we have. And it gives you guidance. So here we're scanning on the chest. You can see the image, and then you can bring up this other image here up in the upper right corner to see exactly where you are scanning in the chest. You can rotate that image around, and then you can see where the optimal image is actually should be taken and the angle you should be using. So you can move your hand and the probe over to those positions and teach you that visual spatial coordination that's important with ultrasound.